Well, Sonia, why don't you join us in the conversation? Good morning, Sonia.
Good morning. Congratulations on 100 episodes.
Well, and thank you for helping to create a vision for the next 100.
Absolutely. I'm excited.
So Sonia is relatively new to our team as of back in May, and she is partner in crime for learning and development for Qnity, especially amongst our money brands. And also, Sonia, you've been so helpful with the compensation study. You are the one that is going to help take Lightbulb Moments to another level. So should we give the group a little bit of a preview of what's coming up?
Let's do it.
All right. All right. So Sonia is our producer going forward, and she's the one that will help in so many different respects. So why don't I take you through just a few? You can kind of walk through some of these, and I'll advance the slides for you.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I'd love to just mention that when I joined Qnity in the last week of April, I sat in on a Lightbulb Moment session during my first week. And I just remember really thinking, what a gift to be able to bring people together like this. I come from outside of the industry, and I feel like it's so rare to have any opportunity to learn directly from and be in community with other small business owners rather than being like pitted against them. And I think it's just really beautiful that this forum provides that, and getting to work on producing Lightbulb Moments and thinking about the next 100 episodes has just been really moving and inspiring. I've loved getting to connect with people in this community. And that really brings us to what you've got up on the screen, which is this website. We have a brand new Lightbulb Moments website, and we are really excited to be able to have just kind of a home base for everything related to Lightbulb Moments. So you can check it out. We have a space where we'd love for you to share your Lightbulb moments so that we can continue to feature all of the wonderful takeaways that you have from these sessions. We have a spot for guests. We'd love to hear who you want to see in this forum. And if you are a person who'd like to be a guest, there's a spot for submitting a form for that. So we're really just hoping to hear more from you, gather your feedback, make sure that these next 100 episodes are really relevant and impactful. And so we're here and we're listening, and I'm really excited to join Tom in producing these next 100 episodes.
So this is a subset of the Qnity Inc. website. Is that correct?
Exactly. And I'll drop a link in the chat.
Okay. And, you know, submitting Lightbulb Moments would be great. Michelle mentioned we send all these emails out to people asking for Lightbulb Moments, and in the early days, and we would love for you to, on a frequent basis, hey, if you have a Lightbulb moment, it's very user friendly. Go to the website, just drop it in, and we'll make sure that we cover it in an upcoming episode of Lightbulb Moments.
Exactly.
And then also calling out to this is great guests. When you want to be a member of our Brain Trust and be a guest, that would be the place where you would submit your interest, and we'll get back to you. All right. So going forward, we are going to be more intentional about having what we'll call weekly features. And I'm going to give you a preview of some of the segments that will be within Lightbulb Moments. Now, we won't be offering all of these segments every single week. We'll sort of cocktail them together depending on what's relevant, what's important, if we have news. So it's not like we're going to be doing each of these segments each week, but let me take you through them. First of all, a money SBO is really financial management and profitability for small business owners and their teams. And Candace is the one that that teaches the Money SBO course. Last week we had Roman B, I can't pronounce his long last name, as a guest, and he referenced Candace because of her incredible performance in her business. So we certainly love to have bite-sized nuggets from Candace going forward, actionable ideas as it relates specifically to financial management in your business, whether you're a salon, whether you're a spa, or you're a school. Kevin's Corner. Kevin is a CPA with Lightheart Sanders. They are actually a sponsor of Lightbulb Moments. Kevin will be joining us on a periodic basis to provide certain tips, updates, etc. as it relates to taxation and other matters. I think we have Kevin joining us, in December 7th, maybe?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's just to be mindful of taxation. Most of us underestimate the impact of taxation on our financial success. And I think giving Kevin an opportunity to periodically jump in will no doubt save you lots and lots of money and give you ideas, whether you work with Kevin or whoever your CPA is. So we're super excited to have Kevin as a regular. Money Pro, which is our financial wellness that's offered as a benefit for employees and their families. Marie Grand, is on our team, and we'll invite Marie and other members of our team to share some things about Money Pro. Michelle, I'm going to give you a quick prompt on that one right now, because we're in the middle of a challenge with several team members. A money metric. So you want to just go, because we're going to have results on that towards the end of the year. You want to do just a very quick share about that?
Yeah, absolutely. We're doing a 13-week money metric challenge, and we are challenging participants to increase their credit score, decrease their money out, and increase their savings, decrease their money borrowed. And so we're giving tips for making an impact in all of those areas, and having a challenge for 13 weeks. We have about 10% of our Money Pro participants enrolled in this very first challenge. And heads up, we will have another challenge starting in January. We'll start out the year with a new 13-week challenge. So everyone who is enrolled in Money Pro will have an opportunity to join that challenge as well.
The research is overwhelming in terms of financial stress and financial strain and worry, and how it impacts an employee, how it affects productivity, creativity, et cetera. So it's wonderful to see team members being engaged and taking greater control of their financial future. Then, of course, we have Money for Schools. Lisa from our team is client success, whether it's Lisa or Aaron or someone else will certainly have shares that are specific to schools. And then, of course, the data projects, including the compensation project that we're in the midst of right now. We have a great study team. We have some very, very strong data, high-skilled data people such as Ben. Stern is a PhD. He's helping to write the report. And then we have Jared and two members of our team that have been very active in obtaining the W-2 data. We're deep into this right now. We will continue to do compensation studies in the future, and this will be a great forum for us to bring us up to speed on what type of research and data. And here's what I will tell you. You will be the first, because Lightbulb Moments will be the first place that we will offer findings, insights, et cetera, as it relates to compensation and other research. All right. Next, I'm going to invite Aaron Kuhn off to the onto the screen here. And by doing so, I'm going to remind us about this quote: money's not the most important thing in life, but it is reasonably close to oxygen on the gotta have it scale. Well, good morning, Aaron.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy 100th episode, and thanks so much for having me.
So what the heck is Money O2?
Well, Money O2 has been a vision for a while now, and we've been doing a lot of things here at Qnity, but this will be released very soon. And this is actually a podcast. And so there's a lot of exciting episodes, many of you that are actually on this call who have generously donated your time to be a part of this. But what we really wanted to do, and the inspiration behind this, was Lightbulb Moments, and some of the things we talk about on this show really fall under our SBO division, right? It's really appropriate for owners, leaders, and managers, right? People in leadership looking for trends and data and best practices and things like that. But a huge component of this industry, and a huge part of who all of us collectively on this call are responsible for leading, are also professionals and students. And so we wanted to really have a platform and an opportunity for those individuals to be able to tune in and learn more about money beyond the educational curriculums that we're providing. So this is a little bit more of an inspiration combined with action show, really sharing people's money stories. Just because this is our community, this was set to go live and it was called Money Stories. And then legal told us that we could not use that name. So we had to pivot, but it really worked really aligned with what we're doing at Qnity around the philosophy of money and oxygen, right? Tom always starts these light bulb moment sessions with the quote by Zig Ziglar, money isn't the most important thing, but it is like oxygen. And one of the things that we ask professionals and students is, reflect on a time that you did not have money and what were the feelings that you think of. And the words that came up were choking, drowning, can't breathe, suffocating. And so it just kind of played on this word around money oxygen. So really, this is a podcast and a show to really breathe life into your money stories and professionals' money stories and students' money stories. And there's some really, really vulnerable, transparent conversations with leaders in beauty, and some really amazing professionals. We had Tracy share how she moved from an abusive relationship, not understanding her money at all, to building over $1 million nest egg, and now really using her salons as a platform to teach women to be financially independent. And really, that is her primary motivation. We had someone, I'm not going to say the name because I want to wait till the episode, but who didn't pay taxes for 6 years and was chased by the IRS. And so went from having no money, back payment of taxes, and now is, I think she makes over $300,000 a year now as a service provider. So it's really some incredible stories and transformations that we hope you can kind of tune in on, listen while you're on the treadmill, listen when you're at work. Your students and professionals, as they're engaging with Money Pro and other conversations, can really get a little bit more of a story-driven approach around money. So that's the real inspiration behind this. I would love to have any of you of guests who have a really vulnerable, transparent money story that you'd be willing to share, and watch for this coming out on podcast applications to you near you very, very soon.
Great, Erin. And we'll occasionally have you join us on here to give us a little tease about who your guests are. And I'm wondering who that guest is that you're talking about. So I'm going to have to watch the episode. All right. Other things that we're going to do on a go forward basis is we have this method, it's called In the Barrel. And this is an opportunity for an individual to be a bit more vulnerable and to share a challenge, an issue, or something they're really struggling with. And the format of this is that individual has under 2 minutes to get it out. And then the entire group, which is all of you, will have the opportunity to provide some input. So we thought that would be a really great thing to occasionally feature. And if any of you want to go in the barrel, we should do a demo session so you can see what it is if you haven't experienced it. But we also see that to be an important segment going forward. And then, of course, we have our light bulbs. I have more light bulbs around here. I got the $1 million light bulb. I have the purple light bulb, which occasionally just spontaneously just gives someone a purple light bulb. We have the golden light bulb. We have the light bulb wave, for great light bulb moments. So, but if you think about it, life is full of light bulb moments. And in many cases, we can date the beginning of a new era with one idea. So before we leave you today, we also will give updates on the calendar, key dates. There is one that I want to call your attention to. May 21st through 23rd will be our second Phil conference. This is unlike 2 to 10 in that it's open to single location also. We also are opening it up to more schools. And we have some ideas to take this to, not just ideas, we have plans to take this to a whole nother level next year. So mark the dates, May 21st through 23rd. We wanted to get through 2 to 10 before we open up enrollment. The city will soon be announced. It's going to be a great, cool city. So save the date for that. One more time, Sonia talked about a couple things. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can search for Qnity. Go to our webpage. That's where you'll have an opportunity to submit your own light bulb moment. as well as suggest a guest or be a guest. And we would love to hear from you. Closing thoughts, my closing thoughts really always boil down to who's with us, because that's what's most important to me, is not really what comes out of my mouth. It's what comes out of the mouth of the guests. And then also all of you that showed up today, and I'm going to shout out a few different people such as Will and Vanessa and Trent and Terry and Sharon and Sam, Roman, hello, Rebecca and Nina and Michael, Melissa, Megan, Marty, Marie, Linnell, Louisa, Lisa, Laura, Con, Kate, Carla, Carrie, Carla, Josh, Joe, Jared, James, Holly, Heather, Jean, Diane, Denise, God, such great people on this session, Christine, Carolyn, and then Anthony, and then of course members of our team. Shout out to JP from our team. She has been instrumental with helping Lightbulb Moments move forward. So great shout out to Marie, and I'm sorry, to JP, as well as Marie from our team. So anyway, I see that it's 11 o'clock on the dot, and this is as long as we will go in a session going forward. We're trying to keep them in under 45 minutes, but thanks for joining us. Here's to the next 100 episodes. Thanks for being such a big part of this. And we look forward to the second 100 episodes being better, more fulfilling, more enlightening, all the above as we take it to another level. But we do not have plans to make this a syndicated TV show, just to get the record out. All right. Thanks again to all of you. I'll stick around for a couple minutes here to jump in the chat. Michelle, thanks for joining us today. Sonia, thanks for assuming the role of the producer going forward. And thanks to all of you for Leon's on there too. So, all right, we will see you next week. Thanks again and have a great week.